All right, let's jump right in. When I say data privacy, what's the first thing that pops into your head? Probably giant tech companies, right? Complicated, confusing regulations. Well, what if I told you that for most business owners, the real privacy risk isn't some massive data breach, but a simple misunderstanding? Yeah, let's get into it. So let me ask you something right off the bat. Think about your business for a second. Do you handle personal data? Now, your gut reaction might be, nah, not really, or that's not what I do. But I want you to stick with me here, because I think the answer is going to surprise you. And that leads us perfectly into the first big idea we need to tackle. I call it the big company myth. Honestly, this is the most common misconception I see, and it's the one that can get small businesses into a lot of trouble. You've probably heard this before, or maybe even thought it yourself. Privacy regulations? Oh, that's just for the big guys. The huge corporations with entire floors of lawyers. Not for the local shop, not for the freelancer. But that's exactly where the myth starts. Okay, look at this comparison. It really changes how you see the whole thing, doesn't it? On one side, you have the big companies. They've got the legal teams, compliance officers, huge budgets, a whole machine for this stuff. But for your business, it's not about budgets. It's about what's truly valuable. Your website, your customers, and at the end of the day, your reputation, the stuff you've worked so hard to build. All right, so let's move on. Because here's the thing, you are probably handling way more data than you even realize. We're about to uncover what I like to call your hidden data footprint. Just take a look at this list for a second. I mean, do you have a website, even just for analytics? Yep, you're handling data. Got a simple contact form? That's data. That customer list you keep in a spreadsheet? Oh yeah, that's definitely personal data. Even your business WhatsApp, or that little security camera you have pointing at the door. All of it means you're collecting and you're responsible for people's personal information. So this is super important. We need to be clear on what personal data actually is, because it's not just about credit card numbers. It's literally any information that can be used to identify a specific person. An email address, a name, even a photo from that security camera. It's way, way broader than most of us think. Okay, so we've established that you're almost certainly handling personal data. So what's next? Well, let's talk about some of the really common and kind of risky mistakes that happen in the day-to-day grind of running a business. And this quote, it just hits the nail on the head. So many businesses collect data without really thinking about the responsibility that comes with it. And look, this isn't about pointing fingers. It's not a personal failing. It's just a common blind spot. I see it all the time. And these 4 points, they show exactly where things can go wrong. I mean, think about it for your own business. That contact form on your site, does it actually say what you're going to do with their info? Does every employee really need to see every single customer detail, or just what they need for their job? And let's be honest, are you using passwords like password 123 for important accounts, or saving sensitive files on an unsecured desktop? These seem like small things, but they're the little cracks where trust starts to disappear. And here's the kicker. The stakes are getting so much higher. This isn't just about best practices anymore. With all the new privacy laws popping up and governments actually enforcing them, ignoring these little details is becoming a much, much bigger gamble for your wallet and for your reputation. Okay, so we've talked a lot about the problem. It can feel a little daunting, right? But here's where we pivot. This is where we start to think about this in a totally new way. Let's talk about the single most valuable thing in business today, the currency of trust. And this right here, this is the whole game. This is the big idea I want you to take away from this. Today, privacy isn't just about compliance. It's not about ticking boxes. It's about trust. Plain and simple. Think about it. When a customer decides to do business with you, what are they really looking for? Yeah, of course, they want a quality product. They want great service. But look at that third bar. It's just as important. They are choosing you based on trust. They trust you to deliver on your promise. And part of that promise, whether you've said it out loud or not, is that you'll respect and protect their information. When you get this right, good privacy isn't a burden. It's a massive competitive advantage. So, I'm going to leave you with one final question to think about. When it comes to your business, is your privacy policy just a document? Something buried on your website just to check a box? Or is it a promise? An active, living promise that you make to every single customer who puts their trust in you? How you answer that? Well, that's going to define the future of your customer relationships.